I'm Michael Pease here at Grapplers Elite. Today I'm just going to go over a simple overview of Jiu-Jitsu, including how to train and its 5 main positions. In Jiu-Jitsu there are 5 main positions. In those positions there are lots of sub-positions, but we have 5 main positions. 3 of them are what we consider dominant positions, meaning one person is in a far superior position than his opponent. The other 2 are what we consider more neutral positions, where both parties can both attack and defend, even if they can do different things. This position is side control. Here, I can dominate the person. I'm going to put my weight down across them. It's often referred to as crossbody. I set my weight down. There's a lot of different ways it can be held, but I attach myself to them usually, and I can strike far better than they can. They can still get in some possible strikes. It is possible to get caught with a knee. It's possible to get caught with an elbow, but when you keep yourself close, most of that can be easily defended, but you can still get caught. Some advantages to this position is there's a lot of versatility in different attacks that I can do, particularly submissions. And then there's lots of variations where we sit up and different things, okay? The second position is mount. This is mount, when you're straddled over your partner or your opponent. The benefit of this position is everything he can do, I can do better. So in any way this person could attack me, doesn't mean they couldn't attack me, but any way this person could attack me, I can do it better. Hitting, I can rain down punches, elbows, knees, whereas this person, if I sit up, can't even reach my face. He has a hard time creating any power if he's hitting anything else, my body, whatnot, because the ground's in his way. He can't pull back and he can't rotate his hips and push off his legs how someone would normally do. If you go into submissions, here I can attack in almost an endless way. Some main ones we'll go through an Americana, where I attack his shoulder, an arm bar, where I attack the arm, and I put my whole 2 legs, 2 arms, and core strength all against one arm. Chokes, everything, anything that he can attack, I can attack better. Our third dominant position is back control. Now this can happen in lots of ways, and we'll go over it. It's when your opponent turns over, okay, and you can take their back. And it can be held in different ways. I can be on their back with my legs hooked in. This limits their ability to strike me or to attack in any way. And I don't even have to hold them down. With my feet controlling his legs, I control the rotation of the body, and I keep my arms in control of his upper body. I can attack in different ways, choking and different things. Very hard to get hurt from this position. Back control can also happen with this person face down, where I hook into the legs, and I can be on top too. Again, wherever he goes, I can follow. So this is what we consider the top dominant position for most people. Now it does vary, body differences and sizes, and versus the other person. Sometimes one position is better than the other, but if we're progressing to better positions, this is the one we're going for. The fourth position is called guard. Now the person on bottom is the one that has more attacking potential as far as submissions go. But the person on top usually has more ability to strike with gravity on their side. But this is a fairly neutral position because both people can do things. Most people would consider the top position to be slightly better than the bottom position, but it really depends on what each of you know. Now often guard will involve them blocking their legs behind you, but not always. The guard can be what's called open. Their feet could be on you, their hands can be used. It's really about him having his legs between himself and me. So now I'm in the bottom position on guard, and I can do a lot from here. Generally, I want to try to keep him close so that he can't create space to strike. Though in this class, I'm not going to be working on striking. We're going to be working on the more foundational principles of Jiu-Jitsu. But if I keep him close, I can make it much more difficult for him to effectively strike me. But from here, we'll learn lots of different locks, arm locks, shoulder locks, different things that we can do to attack. And then we'll also learn how to sweep them over, meaning how to get yourself from the bottom position to back to those dominant positions. The fifth main position I'm not going to go over, but it's simply being on your feet, standing. That's where you would be trying to take the person down and put them into these inferior positions. So the way the hierarchy goes, we are always trying to move to better and better positions. If you're underneath, you're in a dominant position, you're in a very inferior position. And it's a very bad place to be trying to fight from. And so your main goal is survive and get out. Look for those escapes that we will do. The hierarchy of Jiu-Jitsu is always working for a better and better position. So if you're on your feet, you're looking to take the person down and get to one of those dominant positions. If you get taken down, you're generally looking to get your guard up, that's your legs between your opponent and yourself, so that you can limit what that person can do until you can either submit him from there or reverse the situation. We reverse the position. That's what we're trying to do. As you train, slow down. We want you to learn technique. It is so little about who can submit who. We want you to get better and develop that technique. So training partners, allow your partner to practice that technique. That doesn't mean you flop over for them when they try to roll you over. It doesn't mean that but it also doesn't mean that you fight them relentlessly when they're trying to learn a new technique. Allow them to practice the technique correctly and help them to get the details right. Now, a simple thing we do in this class is tapping. When we get into submissions, you need to learn that tap. So you just tap your training partner. If you can, you can tap the mat loudly, yell tap, 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 tap. That is the simple sign, you got me. And that's, they stop. When you're putting on submissions are joint locks, chokes, things that would harm someone. We put them on slowly, we apply the pressure, we look, listen, and feel for that tap. And even if we think they should have tapped and they didn't, if we're thinking, oh, it's pretty close, do I have this? Ask your partner, do I have this? Am I good? Do you need a tap? Do I need to improve something? That's what we're looking for. That's how you help each other out. All right? Enjoy training and good luck.